probably a year and a half ago. So closings work a little bit differently in North Carolina. So you guys are a title state, so that you guys can close at like Starbucks. And we are an attorney state, so we have to close inside of an attorney's office with that attorney. And I was in a closing for 4 hours because it was a child getting a gift from a parent, but the parent like transferred the money the morning of closing, and you can't do that. That's a no-no. You can't throw you $300,000 of cash in someone's checking account the morning that they close on a home. And it was all our problem, of course, right? Yeah. So if anything goes wrong in the transaction, if it's your lender, which you hope it's not, if it's your title, if it's your attorney, if it's you, it's always going to be your problem, right? Because you're that guidance. So when I this past May, when I moved on, it was again important for me to work with agents that I wanted to work with internally, because then I can, if I know that I've got a pack of agents that are working how we should be working and how we should be kind of leveling up that professionalism and that those sales skills, that's going to translate to those transactions, and it'll ultimately
handling them well instead of like crying in a corner. Yeah. But you're always going to do that like 1 or 2 times a year.
You will cry.
But it's so funny because what people say about me is you have such foresight in the middle. Mm-hmm. Right? My printer breaks and then I'm like a wackadoodle. But like if sewer is cracked, I'm fine with that. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. You're still buying the house. Everything's great.
So that's how I lead as well. So like those like little things, like if my computer's not working, I'm pulling
the mouse.
If the mouse breaks, I'm pulling my hair out.
Yeah.
But when it is like a situation, so I always look at like you're a flight attendant, right? So if during a real estate transaction, you're on a plane and there's going to be turbulence, what the pilot does lets you know that there's going to be turbulence, so then you can prepare for that as the person, like the rider. Yeah.
Right.
But if could you imagine if the pilot didn't let us know that there's going to be turbulence? And then all of a sudden the plane just shakes, you're screaming, right? So if I can prepare my clients for that, hey, we just got the inspection report back. It's a bit of a doozy. Here's our plan.
And that's the words we use. Bit of a doozy, but you're still buying it. Yeah. Everything's great.
It's gonna be fine. So there is a solution for stuff. And if there's not a solution, right? You are next to the best agent that can help you either get out of that contract or figure out the best solution forward to get it to the closing table. Because I think ultimately we want to get that to the closing table, but I'm never going to make somebody, and it's different. The laws are different in North Carolina. Right. You can walk away up to the day of closing. A buyer can. So it's really like sometimes like you're held together by the earnest money and the due diligence to keep the deal together. I want to get it across the table, but if my license becomes at risk or something, then
or your buyer at risk,
or the buyer at risk, right? So I'm not taking that across the table. We'll figure out a way.